All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Golden State Warriors video. They are currently 29-7 with Klay Thompson returning later this week and with James Wiseman returning shortly. Obviously their starting lineup is unbelievable and will be unbelievable when Klay Thompson returns, but I really want to emphasize the bench because last night we saw Jordan Poole come off of the bench in only 26 minutes and he dropped 32 points. This man dropped 32 points in 26 minutes on 12 of 17 from the field and 5 of 9 from downtown. And he's going to be coming off the bench when Klay Thompson returns, who also just made 24 straight threes in a warm-up. This team is unbelievable. You're led by your glue guy, Draymond Green, who is averaging 8, 8, and 8 this season. Give this man depoy. Give Draymond Green depoy. Steph Curry last night scored 9 points. 9 points. The Golden State Warriors scored 115 and won their basketball game against a playoff contending team, Miami Heat, by 7. Steph had 9. He literally had 9 points. The best player on the court had 9 points and your team scores 115. Let's see. If the Phoenix Suns and the Utah Jazz, who are currently the 2nd and 3rd seeds in the Western Conference, let me see. If they struggled against a Golden State Warriors team who wasn't even fully healthy then and still isn't even fully healthy, if they struggled, both of those teams struggled desperately against Golden State. I wonder what's going to happen when Klay Thompson comes back this week and you just get healthy again. I wonder what's going to happen. I really do. I have a feeling I know exactly what's going to happen. I have a feeling the Golden State Warriors are going to make the Western Conference Finals at the very least. But let's talk a little more about Andrew Wiggins. First off, give him an all-star. Give Andrew Wiggins an all-star bid this season. He's averaging over 19 points per game. Last night, 22 points, 8 of 13 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, got 6 rebounds, got 4 assists, got 2 steals. Steve Kerr is a genius. I think we all know that. I mean, the Warriors developmental coaches, they're all geniuses. But just like 2 years ago, there was like a majority of the NBA fans of the NBA world, maybe not a majority, but there was a fat chunk of NBA fans who thought Andrew Wiggins was a complete bust and would never amount to anything successful in the NBA. He is proving you wrong, and he is all of a sudden, I shouldn't even say all of a sudden, he has molded into one of the most consistent and reliable two-way guards in the NBA. I mean, it's unbelievable. Or wing players. I mean, he's in that whole list. He's unbelievable, especially on defense. Andrew Wiggins, defensively, is an absolute clam. Absolute clam. So you have that, and I'm looking at my notes right here, man. The bench is going to consist of Bjelica, Gary Payton II, Andre Iguodala, who just went 12.7 rebounds and 8 assists against the Phoenix Suns. That's what Andre Iguodala just dropped against the Phoenix Suns a couple of games ago. 12, 7, and 8 on 5 of 7 shooting from the field. This is Andre Iguodala, who is old. This man is old. You're not expecting Andre Iguodala to put up that many supporting statistics, really, ever. This team is so unbelievably deep. That's not even the end. Jordan Poole, who I just mentioned, had 32 points off the bench last night. He is averaging 18 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, and 3.4 assists so far this season. He's one of the, literally, statistically, he is one of the best pick-and-roll players in the entire NBA. And he's about to be moved to the bench, to be the backup point guard, to play with all of those guys I just mentioned, and I'm not even done. Jonathan Kuminga, Otto Porter Jr., and James Wiseman. James Wiseman, who is already a really good pick-and-roll center. You're pairing Jordan Poole, who is in the 90th percentile in pick-and-rolls with point guards, or with guards. You're pairing that together off the bench. This team, man, is so good. And speaking of Otto Porter Jr., what did he do against the Phoenix Suns? He basically won them the basketball game. It's the little things like this. Having a bench consisting of guys like Bjelica, Andre Iguodala, Otto Porter Jr. I mean, those are starters. Those are quality starters on other teams. maybe not like Bjelica, but you could make an argument. You could definitely make an argument for all those players being starters on other teams. Maybe not Andre Iguodala. So maybe not exactly, but I think you catch my drift. These guys are not expected to do much at this point in their career. Andre Iguodala, Otto Porter Jr. He's interesting because he's a really good basketball player, but he has never been able to stay healthy. Like at any team he's been on, he has just not been able to stay healthy. And this year, he's been Mr. Reliable. I mean, you just absolutely love to see it. But moving forward, Jonathan Kuminga. I mean, this is an X factor. This is an X factor player. Not only is the Golden State Warriors' future set, but their present is set right now. There's no reason for the Warriors to make a trade. They don't need Christian Wood. They don't need Jeremy Grant, unless like a big injury were to happen. This team is not fully healthy. They're 29-7 and first seed in the West. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're the first seed in the NBA. It's crazy. Gary Payton II, how is he this athletic? He's 6'2". This man has some of the most interesting dunks, like exciting dunks I've ever seen, and he's 6'2". This man is a menace. Like I said, last night you play a Miami Heat team who, yeah, they're a little depleted, but what team isn't? Golden State Warriors have been depleted all season. Steph drops 9 and you win, and you score 115. If I'm any team, I'm so glad I like the Warriors. I'm so glad I like Steph Curry, because if I didn't, I would probably be miserable. I'd be a miserable NBA fan right now watching Golden State just absolutely destroy the entire NBA. So that's it for today. I just wanted to make this video because I'm watching the Heat game last night, Heat Warriors, and I'm watching Jordan Poole drop 32 off the bench. I'm watching supporting guys like Kuminga, Otto, Bjelica. They still got it. This team, the Warriors still got it. They still got it. They still, obviously, they have their core. Their main core still has it. They're not even that old. But all the additions they made, all the draft picks they made, they're just so good. They're just so good, man. So that's it for today. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.